Hello, Ben Bateman here from Square Enix. I'm joined by Rune Vendler of Gameglobe fame. We last saw you at E3. Obviously, closed beta's running. How's it going now? What sort of progress are you making with Gameglobe?
I think it's going really well. Pretty much as well as we could have expected. The users have really dug into it. They're doing lots of great stuff with the game. I think we have hundreds of levels that have been made by the users in there now, and thousands of plays on the levels, and everyone seems to really like it. So it's going really, really well, and we're getting some excellent feedback from the users too.
That's fantastic. And what sort of levels are you seeing? Last time at E3 we remember you showing off someone had crafted an entire Eiffel Tower. It was super impressive. Obviously something you didn't really expect. Have there been any particular levels or ideas that you've seen since that really kind of surprised you and that you love?
I think people are really good at taking the tool and doing what they want with it rather than just recreating what we've already done, and they've really taken it and pushed it in different directions. Some have tried to copy other kinds of game styles, like where fixed cameras you move between, or set up side scrollers, or RPG style settings. So people really tried pushing it in different directions, and I really enjoy seeing all those. It's hard to pull out one specific level. I think every week I go in and there's something new. I go, this is cool, man. This is the greatest thing I've seen in here. And as long as they can keep that up, that's just amazing.
And the way Gameglobe works, you kind of they almost trend like YouTube videos, right? So is that how you kind of discover new games? Like it's either on the homepage, or is it more the community just say, hey, check this one out, you're really going to love it?
So I think the front page is the main discovery channel right now. You log on and you look at what's new there, and you see, hey, I haven't seen these levels before, and you go and click them straight away, you add them to your playlist. But I think also we're doing a lot with the community to have competitions ongoing, which means there's always a reason to check out certain new things. And the community actually being really good at both advertising their own stuff. I mean, some people are really going to town on putting up advertising for their levels in the forum, but also reviewing each other's stuff and commenting on it. So it's really helpful to go in there and look as well.
That's brilliant. How big can the levels get? There's a lot of questions about that online. We've seen examples of really small puzzle levels that are contained games. And again, at E3 we saw your own level, the kind of Aztec level, which is huge. Are there any kind of limitations, or is it just your own sort of imagination, really?
So in terms of size, there are some technical limitations to it. I think if you go in and use the huge map, you can create, I mean, the Aztec level I showed was not made on the huge map, and the huge map is it's twice the diameter, which makes it, I don't know, much larger. So you can make really, really big scenes if that's what you want. In terms of length, I think some people are really good at using even the small map to create complex adventures that take a long time to finish in there. Or if you do it on the large maps, you can create like half an hour to an hour long adventures. I think there are a few now that are over half an hour to complete.
That's nuts. What sort of character customization can we expect? So you have this little avatar. How can you make him your own?
So we kind of started with the basics there. We have a boy and a girl because we wanted that from the beginning. And then we had to look at what was most important to do first. Like, should we do customization of the faces and of the bodies, or the clothes? And we ended up with the clothes because that seemed to be the way a lot of people actually express and customize is by choosing what to wear. I think we want to go back and we want to make it possible to customize the characters as well at some point. But right now people are really happy just getting lots of clothing to put on them.
And as an online game, we can probably expect, additional sort of items as well as props and things that you just add as a sort of ongoing basis for the whole game, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're looking at extending the game all the time.
Brilliant. So let's say you've got one level, it's brilliant, but what incentive is there to play it over and over again? What sort of gameplay mechanics can you put in there? Are there sort of leaderboards, or is it points, or how does that work?
So, I mean, there's a number of different ways you can make people want to engage with the level multiple times. Of course, leaderboard challenges are the most basic ones. You basically make a level that's about getting to the top of the leaderboard, and you want to play it over and over again to get there, and that becomes a competition. So, I mean, we see some people play the same level 100 times because they want to get to the top of the leaderboard. But of course, people are also doing lots of other tricks that we know from gaming in general, like secret areas, little extras you can find, so reasons to go and explore the level and try it again, play it in a new way. So people are really using all the tricks that we see from normal gaming and how to make the levels replayable.
That's excellent. And it's free to play. I know at E3 we kind of asked this. at a point at the moment where we can talk about how purchases work in game. I mean, you can just go in and create a level from scratch, but obviously you'll want to expand and get the best items. Are we in a position we can talk about that yet?
So I can say a little bit about it. I mean, we're in the closed beta, which means we are, to some extent, still experimenting and finding out what works. But the first thing we actually did was that for the I think 8 weeks, the beginning of the closed beta, we actually didn't enable any kind of purchasing because we wanted to test that this would actually work only being free. You couldn't go in and buy your way ahead. You could only use the mechanisms that are in the game, advanced by playing and by building and sharing stuff, and see that the community could grow that way and that people were happy with that. And now that we've seen that it's actually the case and that it produced many awesome levels, we're trying to see, okay, for the people who want to skip ahead, how can we support that? We want to sell them some coins through microtransactions and work that out. But it's been really great to see that even without any kind of payment mechanisms and just limited to the free side of things, people could really push the game ahead a lot.
Brilliant, and the community involvement really kind of has shaped Gameglobe, I imagine. What sort of help have they given you? Obviously not just load testing, but have they given you feedback on the forums, and have you made like significant changes based on how they're playing the game?
So they give us lots of feedback basically, and I think the key thing with a game like this is that the moment it goes live and we let in the users, it's no longer ours. It's something we share with them. If we're not willing to do that, it won't work. It only works because we let the community actually participate in forming this thing. They provide direct feedback. They send a lot of reports to us with comments on things they think work well or work badly that we react on. Unfortunately, we can't reply to all of them, but we do take it all in and read all of it, and it goes into our lists of what to fix. We read the forum, we see what they talk about there, and we kind of pick up on what is it they seem to be wanting more of. Of course, we can also run all kinds of statistics and see which parts of the game are getting used, which parts aren't. Okay, so that's our fault if something is getting overlooked, and we need to fix that. And I think also they're providing a kind of a massive indirect feedback through the stuff they're actually creating in the game, because we get to play that, we get to see if something is actually working, because this is all about enabling them to create great stuff, and so far that seems to be working.
Brilliant, and it's closed beta. Any sort of idea on when we're going open beta so everyone can enjoy it?
So I can't give a specific date because actually I don't know a specific date. We're seeing how things go, but there will be an announcement somewhere.
Brilliant. So in the meantime, if anyone's looking for an invite to get in, what's the best way to go about that?
So go to gameglobe.com and sign up. We will be letting in a lot more people over the coming weeks, and I think there are also some websites that will be running competitions in the future where you can win keys.
Brilliant. And before we go, your favourite prop in the game?
So there's a lot of props in there. I think my favorite is this little fire holder, this little metal fire holder in the pirate pack, because I think it's actually a descendant of the very first prop that was ever produced for the game, and now it's that little metal grade fire holder still in there. So that's my old time favorite.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Enjoy Gamescom.
Thank you.